Hey friends, my name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti, and I remembered to turn the lights on, but I have them set wrong. Oh, I was so close to doing all the things. Welcome to what is it? June giveaways. 4 June giveaways tonight at around 11 o'clock. There we go. That's better. I was so close to plugging all the things in, flipping all the power switches, hitting all the right buttons. Yeah. Giveaways tonight. What do you think of that? That was a super last minute gig last night, for a photographer named Perez, who I've worked with before. I worked with him a couple of years ago. He specializes in like really high-end Indian weddings. And it's absolutely insane. That was like easily $100,000+ wedding in downtown Atlanta. And yeah, he travels all around the world, and he usually so he'd been using Spark Kite Kit. I don't know. I've never known what his name is. Was his like go-to FPV pilot. They had a bit of a falling out, and although whenever he's been in town here in Atlanta, he's hit me up. I worked with him the one time, and then he hit me up like once or twice after that, but he didn't have the budget. He's yeah, there were smaller weddings or whatever, and I don't really like negotiate. Like you pay my rate or we don't work together, as a way of, I don't know. I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years. That has a lot of baked in value. I'm super safe, like overly safe. If you want something good, you got to pay for it, and it's really hard to hold the line there. But like, if you work with someone and then like you give them a discount, it's really weird every time after that, right? Like they're gonna sort of expect the discount. And with Pervez, he does these giant weddings, and I made the decision that like, although I did give him a little discount last night, but we sort of negotiated back and forth. And yeah, in the past, he couldn't come close enough to my rate for it to be a conversation, and so we didn't work together after that one time. I was glad to work together again with him last night. I was glad that he was a lot closer to a normal rate, and it was a blast. A little stressful, to be honest. It was tight in there. And there were those little hanging origami birds all over the place that were freaking me out, because like with the lights going that crazy, and there would be moments that like the lights would go all the way out, and it was even in the Vista, which is really good in low light, it was just black. Like there would be like quarter of a second, half a second every once in a while where it would just I would be completely blind. And that's a little creepy. Usually it's, I don't know, DJs that set up lighting gear, they don't usually black all the way out like that. Like sometimes they'll strobe and whatnot. But these were like slower strobes. And so, yeah, there was a lot going on. But made it happen. No problems, no accidents. I would like to have gone when all hell was breaking loose like that, and there were those moments where it went super dark. I just backed way off, and it was just like, this is not the time to be flying sketchy, and I would just fly the path that I'd figured out that was super open. And then there'd be when the party lights would be on in colors. That's when they weren't going all the way off. And so that's when I could get a little bit more fun with what I was doing. But when it was just white party lights, that's when it would every so often black all the way out. So that's when I would kind of fly a little bit chilled out. I'm working on a tiny little edit with it because there was like a really cool moment with one of the songs, and like, yeah, I don't usually do that, but the footage looks great. You were just looking at the raw footage with no LUT or color correction or anything. The actual footage looks like this. It's just it was just gorgeous, man. The colors, the floor was this, like, I don't know what the deal was with the floor, but it was just like these hand painted almost, it looked like orchids. It was just insane, man. Really, really cool. So yeah, there's that. I'll this little edit will wind up on Patreon for sure. And I might throw it on, I might do like a vertical crop and throw it up on Instagram. But that's about it. This is not going to be like a full edit on the YouTube channel. So head on over to CiottiFPV.com and join my Patreon so that A, I can keep doing this and keep saving you from buying garbage. And B, you'll get to see a quick, probably like 30 to 60 second edit of this gig from last night. So that'll be fun. In the chat, Frank Nicholas was first. Denzel the Terrible, CPCBR, Benny Bravo. Something's going on. One of Florence's friends wears a lot of perfume, and today's the second. Jesus Christ on a cracker. Today is the second time that she's been in my car from hanging out with Florence. And last time that she was in the car, it was for like 15-20 minutes when I was going from her house to somewhere else with Florence and another one of her friends. Today and that day, it was like a 4-hour allergy attack. Like, it was brutal. Today I was only in the car for like 3 minutes. But that's all it took. And so, yeah. Yikes, man. Perfume should be illegal. Flakadelic, Frank Nicholas, Stick Flick FPV, Morton Upshot, Douglas 6, Fizz PV, Craig, Sleepy FPV, Morton Upshot, Benny Bravo again, McMucus, Scotty Scott, Doubles FPV, Witch Cat, Jason Levin, Hockey Rounds, Dronesen, Witch Cat 70, Denzel the Terrible, Craig, Andrew Taylor, Brent Anderson. I think I got everybody. What's up, friends? Thanks for coming. I don't know what happened. I printed a bunch of stuff last night, and I can't get these supports off. The supports are like welded to the prints. I don't get it. Like this print is gonna tear before these supports come off. Jesus. Yeah, something went wrong here. Well, no, that one did come off. But nope. Yeah, it ripped the print. What the hell, dude? I didn't think I did anything different. But on every single one of these, and this sucks because Craig, these are your CO3 McStinkies, and I can't get these supports off. I think I'm gonna have to rerun these. Because yeah, this is Yeah, see, that just ripped the print. God damn it, dude. Very weird. I don't know. I don't understand. I thought I had all the settings the way that I normally have them, but this is... Well, that one came off totally fine. What the hell? That one came off normally, which is, like, easy. It just pops off real easy. But the rest of these... It's almost as if it didn't print that. It's supposed to print like a layer on top of the supports that that releases really easily. Well, that one came off. What the hell? This one's fine. Maybe I just have to reprint that one. Let me try this other one here. I mean, they didn't print individually either. They printed all at the same time. So there's no reason. Nope. See, that ripped that. Oh my god, that ripped it all the way apart. Well, I got one of them. Weird, dude. Very weird. Here, let me check this one too. Nope. See, that one popped off perfect. What the hell, man? That is really weird. Oh well. Print them again, see if I can figure it out. What else is happening? Maggie got a assistant professor position. That's a long story, but she is now an assistant. Not an assistant. Assistant's not the word. Maybe it is. Whatever. She got a what's it called when you get a promotion? She got a promotion basically at work. So we went out to a revolving sushi place to celebrate tonight, which was awesome. And she deserves it, man. She worked her ass off on this doctorate and just absolutely killed it. So that's really good. God, hurt my hand. Did Joshua stream tonight? The last 48 hours have been absolute mayhem, dude. Yesterday, yeah, here's my day. Here's my Sunday. Wake up at 5 a.m. At Piedmont Park for Pride Run from 7 to 9:30. Rush home. I got a 2-hour nap. I didn't sleep. I laid down, but I couldn't sleep. Rush home. I get 2 hours of sleep. Wake up. Live stream. Finish streaming. Right about to go out the door to teach dance class. Pervez is like, hey, can you be here in 45 minutes? I was like, Pervez, I can't have my gear ready in 45 minutes, brother. Like, it's going to take at least an hour to get batteries charged, to get the right up tilt mount on, blah, 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 blah. And he basically says, like, you know, the sooner you get here, like, as soon as you can get here, yeah, whatever. Rush out there. Somehow, in the meantime, I dumped all of the Pride Run footage into the I'd put the raw files up on the Google Drive, and I dumped all the footage into. I've gotten really good at using the batch exporter in the GoPro application that has Real Steady in it. So that managed to run while I was doing other things after the stream. Get home, dump all of those files onto a Google Drive for DJ for the Pride Run, start cranking on Pervez's footage, get that all run through. Both of them paid me like right away. And when people do that, it like I drop everything and I get them their footage, right? Like more often than not, you got to wait a couple of days for payment, and that's fine because it gives me a chance to actually get the footage uploaded and get it ready. I don't send them a link to the Google Drive until they pay me. But when people pay me right away, it's like, yeah, I want to get it done. I want it off my plate. And so, yeah, I was up, till I think like 4 last night cranking on, this footage. And then I got all into doing this edit. I spent like 45 minutes on this edit, and then fucking, Premiere crashed and I hadn't saved it. It auto saves every once in a while, but it hadn't auto saved. I think it only auto saves like once an hour or something. You can change that, but I hadn't auto saved and I lost that 45 minutes of work, which really pissed me off. But I redid some of it today, and yeah, so crazy last 48 hours. I did get to sleep in quite a bit today. How is Joshua's stream? If you want to talk to me, type CiottiFPV into the chat. If you want to talk to each other, type each other's names, because when you type someone's name and you spell it correctly for that person, their name comes up in orange, and it's like easy to see, and they'll read it and they'll respond back to you. So yeah, do that for each other. Type each other's names, yo. Craig says, CiottiFPV, howdy, hello, gangly gang. Benny Bravo says, CiottiFPV, so stoked about these streams. Thank you, dude. Enjoy. Denzel the Terrible says, oh no, CiottiFPV is shooting weddings now, poor guy. You know what's really funny? Shooting stills at a wedding sucks. I did not like it at all. For family and for friends, it's cool because you're not being paid and it's just whatever. But taking money to take still photography at weddings for whatever reason, is not my thing. I tried it in Charleston. I thought it was going to be like my thing. Charleston's a huge wedding destination. But I really didn't like it. I've now flown half a dozen, maybe more weddings. And it's kind of fun. It's sketchy, man. I don't recommend it. There's a lot of people. It's a total free-for-all, right? Like when you're on set, it's when you're on like a film or a music video or whatever set, like there's areas that people go, there's areas that people don't go. You know, the actors, actresses, musician, whatever, they'll have like marks. There's a lot of control, and you can and it's much safer because of that. In a wedding scenario, it's a free for all. There's people walking everywhere, and that makes it yeah. I don't recommend it. I do not recommend that you fly weddings until you're like really ready for it. And it's also like it's not the place to get it wrong. It's possibly like the worst scenario to get something wrong. And so yeah, it's I feel comfortable because I've been doing this for a long time. But it's high stakes, and there's a lot of situations where you could kind of screw it up. It also doesn't really work because it's noisy. Like weddings, you know, there's speeches, there's stuff going on where you just cannot go up in the air. So you're kind of waiting around a bunch. But yeah, it's a thing. There's a lot of money in weddings, and so there's a lot of opportunities. It's also it's hard, like it's hard to edit that in. It's hard to edit in FPV footage to a wedding video. Pervez does like super high energy, super high impact kind of stuff, so it really works for him. But most wedding videos are super chill and super relaxed, and that's Mavic stuff. That's not really FPV stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. But I had a blast last night. Craig says, any news on the 3D printed drone boxes? Oh God, the ones from Custom FPV? Last time you guys mentioned that, I messaged him, and I think he got back to me, but then I haven't heard from him since. Where's he at? Custom FPV, there he is. He was out on town on vacation. That was back in May. Any updates? Question mark. Feel free to keep reminding me. I keep forgetting. We talk, and then he gets pushed down. He gets buried in my list of messages, and then I can't. Yeah, I can't find it. Craig says, "Oh boy, certain perfumes kill me." Also, yeah, it's terrible. They should seriously be banned forever. Mick Bucas says, "I have a weird issue with two X12 boards. They don't power up when the camera is plugged into the board. Pull it out and fire. Both fire up, no problems. Both are 2S. That is a camera problem. That camera is not grounded. That camera is the camera is an open circuit, and so when you plug that camera in, the X12 board has open circuit protection on it, and that's why it's not firing up. You're plugging in power to the X12 board, and it's kind of sort of detecting the open circuit. There just is an open circuit, and then the X12 is not allowing you to is not powering itself up because it would explode. So yeah, that camera's the problem, almost certainly. Craig says, sorry about the 3D prints, temperature problems, or breeze across the plate. No idea. They printed right next to each other. I don't understand why the one was totally fine and the other two were a pain in the ass. But I will, yeah, I'll fire the... Actually, let me turn the the filament dryer on. And I'll fire it up again tonight and print another couple. No big deal. Craig says, congratulations to Maggie adjunct. No. She's way beyond. She was an adjunct many years ago. She's way beyond the adjunct sort of phase. I think it is assistant professor. I don't know. The school stuff for some reason does. I didn't. I went to college, but I didn't really want to per se, and I didn't really like it. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't. Yeah. I don't know. It's like too much. It's too serious. Sober Life FPV says, awesome day. My awesome wife reminded me I wanted to catch the stream. Such a busy day, I'd forgotten about it. Glad to have you, brother. Tell your wife I said thank you. It's very cool of her. FizzPV says, always SVE, then always save, then save again. Yeah, I'm usually really good about saving, but I guess it was so late and I was just so exhausted last night. It kind of doesn't surprise me that I forgot to save. And I mean, I hadn't done that much work. Like I'm pretty sure my autosave is set up to go once an hour. And like if I lose 59 minutes of work, it's really not the end of the world. Especially with how slow I am at editing. And like, what the funny thing about this happening is that today when I went back in there to redo it, I knocked it out in like 10 minutes because like I already knew I had already made all of the sort of creative decisions as to like where to cut, how to cut it to the music and all that shit, right? So all I had to do was go back in and just click the things, right? Editing takes me a long time because I sit here and I think of like what's the best possible way to have this and this mix up mixed together, and so yeah, once you've done that, like it's done, and then you just click the buttons and things happen. Brian Kirk says, your smoke stopper on the 2S drone from last night, I had the same problem with my Pavo 20 Pro. The LED caused the smoke stopper to trip. I unplugged it and it worked. The LED? No shit. How big of an LED is on there? My God. Frank Nicholas says, JB hasn't streamed yesterday or today. Okay. Somebody mentioned, somebody said me and JB were smoking, which is why I was late starting, so I figured he might have streamed. Denzel the Turbo says, photographer is the hardest working person at a wedding. Yeah, hands down. Start with bride and groom getting ready first thing in the morning, run your ass off all day, maybe finish at midnight, home at 3. Yeah, I think the main reason that I don't like shooting stills at a wedding is that and getting paid for it is that it is absolutely nonstop. There is always something going on that is like a cool memory. Flying FPV at a wedding, as soon as it's quiet, you're not even thinking about going up in the air. And then like a song comes on or something happens and it's like cool, and you fly for a couple of songs and then that's it. and then like end of the party when it becomes a dance, end of the wedding when it comes a dance party, you fly a couple of batteries, and then you're kind of done. Like you don't keep flying. It's like you work and then you relax, and then you work and then you relax, and then that's kind of it. As a photographer, you're going for like 10 hours, 12 hours. Like it's just ridiculous. And you're shooting thousands and thousands and thousands of images that you're then going to have to go through. And so it's just kind of too much. Yeah, it's just kind of too much. Hypnos is in the house. What's up, homie? He says, Custom was just at my house last week. He's in the process of moving. Ah, okay. Cool. Good for him. Craig says, so Maggie got a full professorship. Not quite. She's one step before full professor. Hold on. Google will tell me. What's before full professorship? It is assistant professor. That's it. Assistant or associate professor. That's it. It feels weird because they're not assisting another professor. It's just, yeah, that's why I'm having it. Yeah, she was, it still is, I guess, today, an instructor, and now she's an assistant professor, and it's a 3-year contract. At the end of that, hopefully she'll, at the end of that, she'll probably, we'll see. Who the hell knows? Islander FPV says, Islander FPV wants me to sell Whoop stands. Absolutely, Islander. I will 3D print whatever you want. I do not have the ability to 3D design stuff. So if you buy 3D printing from me, what you're buying is my time and my material and the filament material and the wear and tear on the equipment. So anything that you can find on Thingiverse, Makerspace, all the different places, I can print for you because, you know, you're not buying the actual print. I've got these stands, which somebody printed for me, that I have found on Thingiverse. I like these a lot because they're modular. There are 3 different versions of this. This is the 1S version. This is the 1S 300 mAh version. There's a 1S 450 mAh/550 version, and then there's a 2S version. And then you just pop it on there, and it sits like that. Really, really cool. At the moment, I only have TPU, but this will be absolutely fine in TPU. I actually printed one of these in TPU, and it's totally fine. But I don't have these in white. I don't have white TPU. I have like the full rainbow TPU. So if you want these guys in white, I'll have to buy some PLA, but I've kind of been meaning to. So yeah, shoot me a message. Let me know what you're looking for, and I can do whatever you need, my friend. I would love to. Andrew Taylor says associate professor. That's it. Yep, associate professor. That's it. Craig says, what do you think of a Walksnail Avatar HD Min 1S on your Mobula 7 2S build? Mini. What do you think of a Walksnail Avatar HD Mini on your Mobula 7 2S drone? So that is exactly what the 75mm 04 rig used to be. So if we search for Walksnail 2S, it should come up. Yeah, there you go. 75mm. So I actually built a 1S Walksnail 75 and a 2S Walksnail 75 and compared them in here. 2S 75mm Walksnail build is incredible. Rebuilding the 2S Walksnail 75mm rig again. So this is what you're getting. What you're seeing here is the Walksnail lights exploding. I built this rig. I initially built this rig. The VTX gave up. I built it again. The VTX gave up again. The third time I rebuilt it, I didn't realize that it was a version 1 VTX, and I fed it full voltage, and it blew up. That one was totally my fault. It's great. It flies just... I mean, it flies a little bit better than the... it flies a little bit better than the 04 rig, because it's a gram lighter. And yeah, it's great. It's just awesome. 2S is the way. The 2S carries the extra weight of the of Walksnail. Like, you barely notice it. It's there. The way that you notice it is that if you do that build with 802s, like the analog version of that build, it's not enough. You have to go to a 1002 or an 1102 when you go to any of the digital FPV systems. Because of that extra 7 or 8 grams, the 802s get a little bit too hot. Analog 2S 75mm rig, the 802s are awesome. They keep the weight down. It's just beautiful, and it's such a good way of using a set of like 19,000 kV 0802s that you probably have kicking around somewhere, or even like a 22 or 25,000 kV set if you motor limit them down. But yeah, 1002 or 1102 is what you're going to want for that build. 19,000-ish kV, maybe a little bit lower. Shit. Benny Bravo says, I know you've covered this before, but what are the settings you recommend to end your battery at storage voltage on the bounce back? What I do is that I fly the battery down to the point where if I hover, it's at like 3.5, 3.45 volts or so. Which means that like if you're cruising forward a little bit, you're going to be at like 3.4 volts. And so you can do that with, I just glance down at the OSD every once in a while. You can certainly do it with the warnings though. You can set up your warnings in the batteries tab to start flashing at like 3.4 volts per cell. The problem with doing that, and the reason why I don't do that, is that when you do like a full throttle blast, you can easily sag the battery down that low, and then that warning pops up on screen. I try not to have those warnings pop up because I want the OSD to be clean. I have that switch setting that shuts the OSD off, right? And so I run my battery warnings lower than that. I think I do like 3.3, 3.1. And so, yeah, yeah, there you go. That's how to do it. Frank Nicholas says, I think he's referring to the whoop stands you showed Sunday. I think those are the ones that I showed Sunday. Frank Nicholas says, TPU is usually more expensive. PLA is quicker, easier to print, less expensive. Yo, I've done a couple PLA prints now. I printed this thing in PLA. Oh my God. Breaking the supports off of PLA is so easy compared to TPU. Holy shit. Cole Power says, I have a TPU in clear and flesh color. Don't ask why. It would be nice to have clear TPU. But yeah, there you go. All right. Caught up on chat. Look at me go. What else is happening? I've got 6 batteries in the charger that need to get flown. What do you guys want? Do you guys want me to fly the quad blades a little bit more? Is anybody interested in the quad blades that we tested yesterday? Does anyone care? I kind of want to fly them again. I don't know why. I know why I took them off. Morton Upshot says clear filament prints milky. Somebody printed me a couple clear things, and I was pretty impressed. I thought they were pretty clear. A couple batwing mount. Somebody printed me a couple batwing mounts, and like it wasn't like totally clear, but it was like a perfect match for these clear Cockroach 65 V3 frames. It like matched perfectly, which was neat. All right, let's put a little bit more time in on these quad blades. Since I took the quad blades off, I might as well do another comparison point. Well, I'm gonna leave the Petty Bravo says snap 2 of those blades off and they'll look sick. HQ hooked us up, man. They gave us a bi-blade, so we don't have to do that. It's a brave new world. I'm gonna fly this. So this is the Air 65 Champion Edition, same thing that we were flying yesterday. I don't really see a point in flying a different. What is this though? Is this on 40,000? Let's change it up. Since we flew this yesterday, we'll fly this guy today. Yesterday that was on BetaFPV 30,000 kV 0702s. This is on Happy Model 40,000 kV 702s. But believe it or not, these two motors are very, very similar. And so, yeah, this is currently on HQ 1.2 by 0.9 by 3 tri-blades. Same as the comparison we did yesterday. But, yeah, Happy Model versus BetaFPV. I think this build is a little bit heavier, too, which could be cool. That kind of, sort of, maybe benefits the, the quad blades. I don't know what that was. Where's the module? Where's the Minmo module? ELRS, where have you gone? What? Where is it? Oh, it's in here. Hey, look at that. Oh, my goggles are in here, too. My God, what is happening? All right, here we go. Tri-blades first. We'll get warmed up on the tri-blades, and then we'll swap over to the quads. Keep asking questions, though, friends. Denzel Turbo says, what are you up to July 5th and 6th weekend? Come to Vancouver with me for the FPV The City event with Off Axis. I wish, man. I'm super okay with being just a simple broke guy. But it would be cool someday to be financially able to just like kind of travel. Yeah. But today ain't that day. Sorry, brother. At the moment, in order for me to travel, like I have to be basically paid to travel. Other than like, you know, Maggie and I doing like a family trip or whatever. Andrew Taylor says you gotta try the V-batt duration setting to reduce the battery warnings popping up. Yeah, I do. When you blow the throttle, I shared it in Discord a while back and it's fantastic. Yeah, I really do need to jump on that. That needs to be something that I put in my sticky note that I dump into every CLI. Cole Power says, depends on the model and the support density. Thin stuff can come out clear, especially when you run it slow, and monotonic layer patterns if possible. Kelvin says, should all my tiny whoops just blast out max milliwatt video all the time, or should I always run 200? Yes, I fly on the other side of my house. I really prefer 25 million watts to prevent, I mean, hopefully prevent multipathing. My thought process is kind of always fly the lowest possible power. So I would say go down to 25 and see how it is. And then if you need to bounce it up to 100, do that. But like, yeah, I always try to run them as low as possible. Also, in theory, running them as low as possible will help the VTX maybe last longer, right? Which is an issue on these AIOs. They're not indestructible. So yeah, I would say try that. Try to turn that power down a little bit. Tri-blades first. Here we go. This is a CO3 camera. This is a custom build. Newbie Drone Light AF frame. 0702 0702 40,000s, 1.2 by 0.9 by 3 HQ triblades. This AIO is the it's the heavy one. It's the heavy BetaFPV AIO, the Matrix. Banana hammock mount, shitty antenna, CO3 camera. That's what we're flying. I'm gonna have to unplug it because reasons. There we go. All right. Denzel says, I hear you. I have to save up a year for the trip. Craig says, drink some warm tea or water. Wash that shit out of your throat. It doesn't, dude. It like if I'm exposed to to perfume, it's like a 24-hour thing. There's no getting around it. Peace and Love says, yo, what controller in that? This is a QX7. This is an FR Sky QX7. Old ass. This is like a 10-year-old transmitter. But it has a module bay, and that's all you need. The reason I still use this transmitter is I have big, long fingers, and this transmitter just, like, is one of the few that's actually comfortable for me. And it works with my hands. And, I mean, it just works, you know? Transmitters... Angle mode. Transmitters are your transmitter selection should be 99% based on what fits your hands best, as far as I'm concerned, because they all have modules, and if you wait a couple months, there's always going to be a new. It feels like every couple months there's a new link. And so, like, if you get the fanciest new transmitter, because it's got ELRS built in, for example, in a couple of weeks' time, there'll be another protocol, and you'll have to run a module anyway. Maybe not. Maybe ELRS will be around forever. Will be but it, you know. Maggie and I did a little bit. I have Lego thumbs right now. Maggie and I did a little bit of Legoing earlier. She finished her Orchid. Really, really cool. And I'm working on a McLaren MP4 Formula One car made famous by the one and only Ayrton Senna. There he is with his little helmet. I probably just have like maybe a half an hour left. I almost finished it, but I had to get the giveaways ready. It's close. It's close to being done. What's the little boo doing? Oh God, Teddy attack! Just a little nose and beard appears in the bottom of the frame. Get her! Consume! Mosa! Oh no, don't go full rainbow, please. BetaFPV VTX making weird little jitters and flashes, as they do. Oh, I fucking totally jinxed that, yo. It's 100% my fault. Oh, man, I shouldn't have said it. Oh, boy. BetaFPV, get this shit figured out, man. Figure your effing VTXs out. God damn. Why is this a thing? And, like, what's really insane is, like BetaFPV's VTXs are kind of always a problem, but, like, it's never the same thing. It's never like, oh, every single BetaFPV VTX flashes. No, they come out with these new ones, and they go full rainbow at random. The previous ones would just die, kind of, at random. It's like a different thing every single time. It's insane. Oh, the early versions of the Air were like super low power. it's every single time. Cole Power says technically QX7S. Yeah. Good call. This is a QX7S. Denzel the Turtle says, you don't have to pay for a thing while there. I'll take care of it. I appreciate it, man. It's just the flight and like, yeah, it's a lot. It's all right though. It's I would rather live a simple life than yeah, it's fine. Being broke is okay. It's all good. All right, we're gonna swap these tri-blades out and see how the quads do. I don't. These motors are. These motors feel so close in power to those to the BetaFPV 30,000s. It's kind of ridiculous. I do think these have a little bit more jam though. They definitely have more RPM. Whether or not they have more actual power, I would have to check Rosser's video. But yeah, they feel super similar. I think in the testing that I did in that spreadsheet that patrons have access to, I'm pretty sure that these motors turn more raw RPM. And so what that gives you is like a higher top speed, basically. But the power that a motor makes, that's what makes it accelerate. And I mean, that's the amount of thrust that a motor makes on the thrust stand is the most important thing, because like every single time you blip full throttle, that's where that power is coming. That's what you're gonna feel is that amount of power. If you sit at full throttle for like a full second and it gets up to full speed, like VMAX basically, that's when the KV does matter, because you can kind of like let it wind all the way up. And the faster the faster the drone goes, the more unloaded the motors become, right? The faster this thing gets going through the air, the faster the incoming air is coming into it. So that makes the motor's job easier. And so that's where like the higher KV really comes into its own. It'll just keep accelerating. Even if it doesn't have the raw thrust, the raw power, it can keep accelerating through the air. And so yeah, the thrust stand results are super valuable, but they're not the full story. What makes it extra hairy and annoying is that all of these manufacturers seem to use a different method to calculate KV. And so the KV number that the motor claims to be is not necessarily right at all. In some cases, they seem to be way the hell off. So that makes it really kind of confusing. Peace and love, FB, with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, dude. He says, glad you're here. Thank you for sharing so much. I appreciate your honesty, wisdom, experience, and humanity. Peace and love from Rhode Island. Rhode Island, very cool. Thank you so much for supporting me and, you know, being a part of the reason that I can actually do this as much as I do it as a full-time thing. Craig says, which motor is more efficient? I really notice the Newbie Druid Hummingbird V4 eating batteries. The heavy model motors are the efficiency kings. Even if you like spec them out to have the same power as any other motor, they're still more efficient. It's absolute magic. What was that all about? Now we're on to the HQ quad blades. Yeah, man, it just turns. Like, I yaw it and it just changes direction. Ugh. Oh no! Let's go upstairs. Oh my god. A little bit of float there too. Woo! Oh god! Oh. Man, they're not spinning down. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe it went through that doorway. That's ridiculous. This is our tent that we got for Christmas. Oh! Almost got tangled up in the Monstera. Oh! Yeah, these motors make power. Even on these mega RPM motors, these props make really decent power. Oh! The big floor slapper. Oh. They didn't have enough grip to keep me from hitting that chair. Ah! We're falling down the stairs together, friends. No! No, no, no. No, 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 no. Oh my god. That was kind of insane. You can stop that. You can stop it. I want you to stop it. This is another thing that the beta VTXs have been doing recently. That's completely insane and very hard to fly through. And now I either have hair in one of these motors, and the only way to clear it out is to cycle the power. Oh yeah, hair. It's a hair situation. We've got a really I find myself in a hairy situation. Look at all that hair. Oh, let me get this out of here. Oh boy, I can't believe I cannot believe that that I've never thought to say that before. Such a missed opportunity in the past, but you know, better late than never. All right, that one wasn't bad. This one I'm gonna have to pull the prop off. I can tell. Yeah, no, that hair is up in there. Hold on, let me pull this prop off to get this chunk of hair out. Okay, terrific. Oh my god, it's 11 already. Hold on. Let me do one more battery, and then we're gonna do the giveaways. Hey, if you're on the $3 Patreon tier, or if you're not on my Patreon at all, if you jump onto the $5 a month tier, you might win like $30, $40, $50 worth of Cinewhoop stuff tonight. So, you know, you can go do that if you want. And then, like, if you join right now, even if you just do 1 month, you'll probably still be on there a month from now. So you can get entered into 2 giveaways. But do me a huge favor and set that shit up monthly, yo, so that you hook a brother up every month, and I'll keep saving you money. It's a pretty good deal, isn't it? $5 a month tier enters you to win Cinewhoop and toothpick parts. $10 a month tier enters you to win 3-inch and Cinewhoop parts. $20 a month tier enters you to win 5-inch parts. $30 a month tier, $1 a day, will enter you into all 3 of those giveaways. That's how it works. Greatly appreciate all of you that support me on Patreon. It's, again, the only way that I can do this. And hopefully I save you more money than you pay. Typically, that's the case. Here we go! A little bit more quad blading. Hold on. Since we're gonna dive into the giveaways, hold your questions. Islander FPV says, would 802 17,000 kV motors work with a 1.4-inch Meteor 65 Pro build on 2S? Yes, 17,000 kV on 2S will be fine. But a build that small on 2S is going to be rough. I would go up to a 1.6-inch prop for that, especially because the Meteor 65 Pro frame doesn't have a way of mounting a 2S battery, whereas there are a couple 75mm frames that are set up for that. Of course, I'm going to immediately crash it unrecoverable. Go to hell, world! It's funny. In flying tiny whoops indoor, the definition of unrecoverable is completely different than flying outside. Outside, unrecoverable means you're never getting it back. Inside means you have to stand up and walk a little bit. Oh, that would have been fucking cool looking. Ah! Twice I got screwed on it. Third time's a charm. Ah! It is indeed. Oh, I love it. I love it. There is nothing wrong with these propellers, man. Oh, screwed. Whoo, that tight. Oh boy, I'm all over the fucking place. Okay. That was actually crash recovery screwing me over. I tapped the wall and crash recovery got super confused and, like, basically crashed me. And now the quad doesn't have enough power to flip back over. Why and or how? That was super weird. Oh, you oh my god. Ugh. I would not recommend running these props on 40,000 kV motors. There's just it's just not the best combo. As you can see, it works. But you know, these props are going to be really good for like lower kV motors. What the hell? Yeah, BetaFPV needs to get their shit worked out, man. These AIOs, I mean, look at this thing. It's a goddamn mess. Woo! Almost hit myself in the head. Yeah, it's flashing all over the place, and like I can tell that it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Giveaway time. Johnny Cat says, I just resubscribed to the $5 tier. I unsubscribed after I lost my job over a year ago. Times are better. And I'm stoked to be back in the gangly gang. Whoop on, bro. Thank you so much, Johnny Cat. It's very, very cool of you. You will be entered into tonight's giveaways. Hey, by the way, it is the beginning of the month. And that means that for some strange reason, Patreon kicks a bunch of people off and switches you from monthly to not monthly when you didn't ask them to. So do me a huge favor. At the beginning of every month, my Patreon just tanks. It goes down like hundreds of dollars. And so check it if you have a second. And if you want to still be on there, you might not be. Easy way to check is to just post something on my Discord, and the color of your name will tell you if you're on there or not. I still have 3 batteries left, so maybe we'll fly a little bit more after the giveaways. Depends on how long the giveaways take. But yeah, these motors are better than I thought they would be on these 11 billion kV motors. Next time you're doing an order, just get a set of these props. They're just cool, regardless of what motors you've got. But if you've got lower kV motors on your Whoop, these props are going to be really, really good. Like that's going to be sort of like the best case scenario for them. Or if you just want the grip, if you want the absolute most possible grip, that's what these propellers do. Branderson says, making the Jareds jealous because you fly. Thanks, brother. All right, here we go. We're going in. Oh no, where's my window? Don't you dare have disappeared on me. Don't you dare. Oh wait, did I move it into Firefox? Please tell me I moved. Yay! Look at me. Awesome. All right. So I need one of the other really cool things about joining my Patreon is that you'll get full Discord access. When you get full Discord access, you'll be able to see the video collective where you can post your flight edits or flying or just whatever. In there, if you post a flight edit, I have to do a couple things to get these giveaways set up. While I'm doing that, I play a couple of the edits in there, the 3 most recent edits. So tonight, we're going to take a look at Crom. VPro posted something, but it's not a link that'll open up in a window for me, so I can't play that one, unfortunately. It looks like Andrew Taylor and Jimmy the Cow. So let me get these 3 opened up real quick here. Here's one. I gotta mute these. Here's 2. And here's, oh my god, 10-inch freestyle from Crom. Come on. There we go. 1, 2. I'm just getting them queued up a little bit better. There we go. And all right, perfect. This is all set. I need to do a couple things. I will be right back. Enjoy some gangly gangers who did flight edits, which is amazing. We need as many flight edits as we can get. Let's do... oh, of course. This is going to be the first song that we play. It must. Here it comes, friends. I hope you're ready. Black Hole 2 channel. And I'll be right back.
A daddy spaghetti, rocking the scene. A handsome dog, the stars to bring. With first of flying paws that slam. He's the coolest pup in the jam. Sniffing out the beats with every step. Daddy's got swagger no one can forget. Barking out loud, catching everyone's eye. He's the rebel dog, breaking the sky. Daddy spaghetti, living his life. Chewing on cords, causing strife. He's got snarling fangs and a wild voice. A punk rock pop pop, making all the noise. Like them all fucking rock, keep fighting. Sniffing out the beats with every step. Daddy's got swagger no one can forget. Barking out loud, catching everyone's eye. He's the rebel dog, breaking the sky. Daddy spaghetti, living his life. Chewing on cords, causing a strife. He's got snarling fangs and a wild voice. A punk rock pop pop, making all the noise. Making all the noise.
There you go, you dirty rat bastards. I don't know why I assaulted you guys just now. I dropped all 3 of those links into the chat. Go subscribe to those people or I will beat you with a hammer. And then you won't be able to watch me anymore because I'll be in jail. You don't want that, do you? The $5 a month Cinewhoop tier is here. Who's it? Hockey Rounds, right? Yeah, Hockey Rounds printed a bunch of these 300 mAh battery holders out of PLA or something. So you're going to get one of them. Work perfect. Bunch of stickers. Newbie Drone. Cinewhoop Rocket. Oh, wait, this isn't a sticker. This is just a business card thing. Northeast Whoop Championships. Very cool. Designed by CMYK, actually. Weebleed. Newbie Drone sheet with these stickers are cool. You can put these on the ducts. These stickers on the top, bottom, left, and right. They wrap around the 65mm ducts. They look really cool. Weebleed Holographic. Weebleed Black and White. We Fly, We Crash, We Bleed. Vegan FPV. CMYK FPV. Broken Prop Crew. Rest in Pieces. Cinewhoop Flying Squirrel. Alright, that's all the stickers. We've got a pink micro BetaFPV canopy, the good one, that works with 14x14 screw-based cameras. We've got a whole bunch of the GemFan 1609 quad blades. We've got a whole bunch of the GemFan 1208 tri-blades. Newbie Drone 75mm cockroach frame in ruby red with the carbon fiber brace. This is the frame that I use for the tiny lifters. BetaFPV 75 Pro frame in the blue. BetaFPV Air 65 frame in pink. And then ORT sticker. And a full set of the camera mounts that I've printed so far. This is the 75mm Mobula 7 V4 front camera mount for any of the screw-based cameras. So like the FXT, the Runcam Nano 7 or whatever that crazy one is, and the Runcam Nano 3. Propodial. This is B-Bird's Newbie Drone camera canopy that we're kind of bouncing back and forth with. This is the T-Dog low up tilt CO3 camera. This is actually quad 6.6 camera mount. Really, really cool, actually. It's almost universal. It's just got like the regular sized barrel, so you can put damn near any camera in here. Micro King little stack protector. This is for like regular sized cameras. This is a Bri-Brain. This is B-Bird's mount combined with Bad's front antenna little leg holder things, and then this is the regular Newbie Drone BI Bri-Brain mount. A frame and TPU extravaganza. Let's see who's gonna win this. Where the hell's the win? There it is. Here we go. And here's everybody that's on here. Goat is at the ready. Hypnos is on the bottom right. He's hanging tough. Allie is down at the very bottom there. She's still in there. Purge just got blown away. Mario Beans by motor number 2. Everybody that I just mentioned other than Mario Beans got blown away. Yeah, Adam Kearns. Congratulations, dude. You have won a bunch of fun Cinewhoop stuff. Adam. Oh, come on, Sharpie. Don't be a jerk. Sharpie! You ass bag. What, is this my only one? Nah, I got another one here. That's better. Adam, Kearns. Kearns. I'm not going to be able to read that. Oh my god. This is insane. A. I can't read that either. Kearns. There we go. That is legible. Yikes, bro. 3-inch micro brushless and Cinewhoop tier is a prop extravaganza, but it's not only props. We've got an Immortal L 900 megahertz antenna. We've got a Weebleed battery strap. We've got a very cool little Fat Shark cleaning cloth. Bunch of stickers. CMYK, Brain 3D holographic, Broken Prop Crew, Propodial, and then Prop Extravaganza. Ready? The Gemfan Cinewhoop triblades, the HQ 3.5-inch Cinewhoop triblades, the iFlight 3-inch triblades, another set of the Gemfan 3-inch tries, two sets of those. These are the Gemfan 3052s, my favorite of the 3-inch freestyle props. 2, maybe 3 sets of those. And last but not least, a set of 3.5-inch HQ 6-blade Cinewhoop props. A prop extravaganza, I call it. Let's see who's won the extravaganza. The extravaganza of extravaganzas. That button and GOAT. Brian Morris on the top left just got blown away. Ed K, top left, he got blown away as well. That happened quick. My roasted peanuts says one. Awesome. Congratulations, my roasted. OSTEDPEANUTZ. Congratulations, brother. You've won the prop extravaganza. And you've won the best Patreon name of the night competition as well. 5-inch tier is up next. And we've got some stuff. Come on, get out of there. Okay, stickers. 533 sticker sheet. Broken Prop Crew. 533. Go Fast, Don't Crash. 533. CMYK FPV. Propodial. 3 sets of some of my favorite 5-inch propellers. These are the 4934. 4934. 3 sets of these. And a set of motors. These are... Oh, God. The motor screws are all stuck to them. Hold on. These are Sky Stars 2207 1950 kV. I think these have been run like once or twice, but they're super clean. I think they were like flown and maybe tested, but they haven't been crashed. They're spotless. They've never hit the ground, you can tell. That's your 5-inch tier for this afternoon. Let's see who's got some props, motors, and stickers coming to them. Here. John Godwin, top left. William Scott next to him, and Propellant FPV. Nope, John Godwin's still hanging in. I was about to say all 3 got blown away. Kevin Sumner down the bottom there. Frank Nicholas off on the right between motors 1 and 2. Matthew Wegner down by motor number 3. It's going to be... There it is. Blitz FPV. BLITTZ. Congrats, brother. You've won. BLITTZ. FP. Vizzle. Last but obviously not least is the super chat based giveaway. The way this works is that you can buy yourself a ticket. You don't have to join my Patreon. And the tickets are $5 each. You can do that via super chat or PayPal. PayPal link is over on CiottiFPV.com. Super chats are done here in YouTube. The big prize in the super chat giveaway is the Gangly fan. With the new color scheme, purple on the back and then the beautiful sparkly red on the front here. This will keep your digital rigs from melting into your desk, or you can also stand this up like this and use it like a soldering fan. It's on a barrel plug, so you can run it off of your goggle batteries. Super, super, super handy to have, and it's just awesome looking. That sparkly, the sparkly red is just ridiculous. So that's the main prize, but there's a couple other things in here. Just get them out real quick. King Dingling with a $10 super chat. He says, my 2S 12 amp BetaFPV AIO after a crash gives me a RPM filter I have to reboot from the OSD menu to take off again. Where should I start to troubleshoot? I don't think there is a troubleshoot for that, man. I think you physically damaged something. I mean, there's nothing in Betaflight or in any of the software that like turns something like that off. You know what I mean? I guess maybe try to reflash the ESC software. It sounds like that's maybe ESC related, and then maybe reflash Betaflight, but like that's all you can do. And I don't think that's gonna fix it, because like no matter how hard you crash, you know, the ones and zeros aren't gonna fall out of there. But you never know. I think you physically damaged something. That stinks. Here's another one of those battery holders by Hockey Rounds. We've got a XT60 lead with the 1000 UF capacitor on it with giant cables. What are these? 12 AWG massive cables. Hattie B's sticker, actually. Vegan sticker. We Bleed sticker. Northeast Whoop Championships. CMYK design. Speaking of CMYK, one of his stickers. Broken Prop Crew. Propodile. We Bleed Holographic. We Bleed Ultra Holographic. I love this sticker. Set of those yellow tri-blade Cinewhoop 3-inch props. Tiny little tube of super glue to remind you to buy the little tubes of super glue, because the big tubes just dry up before you get to use all of them. And a set of these really cool 5149, are they? Yeah, 5149. These are really, really nice, pitchy, but lightweight propellers. I think these are my favorite. Really pitchy, but not super heavy 5-inch props. That is your super chat and PayPal-based giveaway. FizzPV says, when are you going to give away the Gangly Gang launch pad? I gotta figure out a way to ship it. I gotta get like a tube to ship it in. Where's the second one? Where's the second one? Yeah, I gotta find a way of shipping that, and then that'll be in a giveaway. Thank you for reminding me. I put that in the garage, and then Maggie was cleaning the garage, and she moved a bunch of stuff around. Let's see who's gonna win this. Let me let me get my email fired up here, and there we go. Double Deuce getting us kicked off with a $5 PayPal. Let's get him on the. Let's get him his raffle ticket here. Mick. Muka, not Mukuk. Alright, there we go. And John Schutz, thank you for joining the Patreon, man. Welcome to the Gangly Gang. Cecilia from Helsinki. Helsinki contacted me and said, hey, we have a new line of sight drone. Do you want to review it? And I said, no, I don't have a way of like creating content around a line of sight drone, nor am I really all that interested. Yeah. So I said no. It was weird to say no, but it was the right thing to do. Sleepy CBR, I'm sorry. Sleepy. Yeah, Sleepy CBR. Welcome back to the gangliest of gangs. Man, my email is a mess right now. Hold on. There we go. All right, cool. Bruno with a $5 super chat. PayPal, rather. He's going on the wheel. Or he's getting his ticket. It's not a wheel anymore. All right. Is it really going to be a 2-horse race, my friends? Do all of you have gangly fans already? I doubt it. FizzPV says the box I sent it in. Yeah, cardboard doesn't last long around here. If I don't know. Maggie has a hate relationship with cardboard boxes. So like, if there's an empty cardboard box, it just vanishes on me. So that thing is long gone. Nardo Polo with a $5 super chat. He wants a ticket and he's gonna get it. Thank you, dude. Denzel the Terrible with 6 Canadian Californian dollars. He says, 1 ticket, please. Tell the goat to send it. Yikes. You got me to say it, though. Oh, balls. There we go. All right, we're good to go there. And who else wants in? Hurry up! If you want your chance at winning a gangly fan. All right, Craig, I just got back to your Etsy message, just because your email address was sitting here staring at me. Bob Bruce with a $5 super chat. He's gonna get a ticket. He says, "I'll try for 1." Thank you, dude. Stick Flick FPV with a $4.99 super chat. He says, "Let's do this." Thank you, dude. And Frank Nicholas says, "Check PayPal." Come on, email. Work. All right, I think my email is gonna be a jerk. Let me actually log into PayPal. Wow, I cannot type. All of a sudden, my fingers are not... Oh, there it goes. No, that's invoice. There we go. Frank Douglas with a $10 PayPal. He says, good stuff. Thank you, Frank. Let's get him going here. 2 tickets for him. 1 and 2. King Dingling with a $10 super chat. He's getting 2 tickets. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Frank, as well. Oh, nope. That ain't it. County FPV with a $10 super chat. He's getting 2 tickets as well. Thank you, man. FizzPV says the shop that did your goggle stickers should have plenty that'll work. Yeah, that's true. Morton Upshot says, good for Maggie getting rid of cardboard, especially food boxes can give you cockroaches. Really? The glue is edible by them. Chingaderos. I haven't heard cockroaches called chingaderos in forever. Is that Spanish? Is that Spanish for cockroaches? Chingaderos. You Can FPV says, what's the raffle for? It's a whole bunch of stuff. Rewind like 3 or 4 minutes. You'll see me holding stuff up and waving my arms around. Oh, come on, YouTube. Don't do this. There it goes. Now it's all better. Brian Kirk with a $5 PayPal. He's getting a ticket. Thank you, dude. The main thing, though, Uke, is the Gangly fan. And then we've got David Peril. Oh, Hypnos. He says, Hypnos FPV 1 ticket to the first to say... Well, I guess I have to. Hypnos says 1 ticket to the first to say whoop whoop in chat. So there you go. And then the other 4 tickets are going to... I think Hypnos wants 4 tickets, and then the 5th ticket goes to the first person to type whoop whoop into the chat. And for me, it looks like it was Nardo Polo. Sometimes that doesn't come through on your guys' end, though. But yeah, for me, it was Nardo Polo, so he gets on the wheel. Thanks to Hypnos. Very cool of you, dude. Thank you very much. What the... Come on! What, computer, what is your shit? Cucaracha, Danzilla says. Oh my god. YouTube is about to crash, and it's taking the whole computer with it. Come on now. There it goes. All right, cool. We're going to blow some tickets away, and one person is going to get some fun stuff. Here we go, and... Come on, YouTube. Just crash, please, so that the computer can run decent again. Here we go, friends. Thank you so much for the support. Let's see who's going to win. Hope I'm on the wrong screen. Right screen. Wrong screen. Hypnos is hanging in the bottom right there. Frank Nicholas is hanging in by motor number 2. It's between Frank and Bob Bruce. It's Bob Bruce. Congratulations, brother. You have won some very fun stuff. And a Gangly fan, yo. You're on Team Gangly fan now. Congrats. Ah, shit. I think I just missed one. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. Ah, shit. I think I missed Benny Bravo. Hold up. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Wait. Ah! I missed you, didn't I, Benny Bravo? Hold on. I don't see you in here. I think I missed you. When I miss somebody, I put them on here, and then they go on next week. So, hold on. Ugh, it reset it. I'm pretty sure I missed Benny Bravo. County FPV, I'm sure that I got you on here. Benny, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on there like that, and then this'll hang till next week. I've got you on here, Benny. So, not next week. Next month. Next month you'll be entered whether you like it or not. Sorry about that, brother. But the Super Chat giveaways are very similar every month, so... Come on, YouTube. Die. I forget who won. Who won? Can somebody tell me who won? Whoever won, if you're a patron, and I have your address in Patreon, you're good to go. If you're not a patron, it's Bob Bruce. All right, cool. If you're not a patron, you need to message me with your info. All my contact info is on CiottiFPV.com. Just head over there and pick your favorite method of online communication and send me your address and your email address, and that's all I need. Your address, name, email address, and yeah, I'll get this sent out to you. Let me get caught up on chat here real quick. Here, watch this. Here, I'll give you a tiny little bit of this edit. I'm just gonna play it through the speakers though. This is what I'm working with. So there was this cool moment where well, you'll see. Oh, let me turn this up. Oh boy, that would have been a bit much. Where's the audio? Oh, it's not gonna play. Never mind. Never mind. Oh boy, the computer is just really having a shit fit. Yeah, no. Never mind. Too much going on for the computer. Alright, cool. That's good to go. Cole Power says, computer having a Mac attack. Moss1 says, the collective. Bob Bruce says, thanks, I'll hit you up. Thanks, everyone, so cool. Alright, cool. Yeah, it was a hell of a wedding. Jesus. Nardo Polo says, quick question for 4S 5-inch motors. Any reason to do 2306, 2555 kV over 2207, 2755 kV? Jesus Christ. It's a lot of kV. So 2306 versus 2207 is 0702 versus 0802. And the 2306 is the 802. Sort of. It's kind of similar. 2306 is close to a 4-to-1 ratio motor. And so it always stays nice and cool, and it's super consistent. But it's only a 6 millimeter tall stator. A 7 millimeter tall stator is a lot more grunt. And so a 2207 is going to make noticeably more power than a 2306. But it has the possibility of getting a little bit hotter because it's taller and it's not as wide. So a 2207 is going to be a little bit less consistent of a motor, but it is going to make more power. So if you've got like a 750 or like 800 gram build, you might be better off with a 2207, unless it's where are your priorities? Are your priorities having a motor that's totally consistent and every single time you go full throttle it gives you the exact same amount of power? Or do you want a motor that just makes more power? I really need you to just die, YouTube. Please, for the love of God. Just die so that I can restart you and you'll work again. Although, wait, can I? I wonder if I can just refresh the chat and then refresh this. And maybe it'll start working normally again. I'll be damned. Look at that. Yep. Good to go. Cool. I didn't realize that I could... I didn't realize that... Why did I think that I had to wait for it to completely bomb out? That's super strange. YouTube, get your shit together, man. There's a lot of us that live stream on your platform and make you a fuckload of money. Make it work so that we can do this without wanting to cut our heads off with a rusty pair of scissors. Good Lord. Yeah, there you go, brother. It's your first 5-inch rig. I'm a huge... I mean, it kind of... 2306 is going to be a safer bet. It's going to make less power. 2207s make such an obnoxious amount of power. And so, like, unless it's going to be a really heavy build, it's a bit much. 2306s are just awesome. And the less power you have, the more proximity that you're going to be able to kind of fly, and that's what makes flight footage look really good, and that's also, like, really, really fun. And it really gets your adrenaline going. So for me, it's 2306. But if for some reason you just want all the power in the world, 2207s are ridiculous. They make so much power, it's bananas. So there you go. But for me, I would say 2306. They'll have plenty of power for your first 5-inch rig. All right, couple more quick batteries to continue to kind of investigate these quad blades, and then I got a little bit of 3D printing to do. Ooh, man, I got Lego thumb like a motherfucker. Ooh, I also flew like 30 batteries yesterday between the... No, I guess I flew like 22 batteries yesterday. Oh, and then I flew on the live... Well, I flew a lot. I flew like 40 plus batteries yesterday between the 2 gigs. Oh, wait, no, I flew a bunch of 04 batteries, too. Well, I probably flew 50 or 60 batteries yesterday between the first gig, the live stream, and then the wedding. Jesus. Yeah, my thumbs are, like, ruined. And I didn't do that much... I didn't do that much work on that Lego F1 car last night. Earlier today, rather. I gotta give my fingies a rest. All right, here we go. More quad blade. More quad blading. Let me guess. I didn't turn the transmitter on. Hold on. Let's just cycle the power. It's quicker to cycle the power than to wait for ELRS to go around the horn and find the channel. That was a dumb thing to do. I just blew everything around on my desk. So let me... Oh! Let's do less off-throttle throw stuff and more just kind of like shooting gap stuff with these quad blades. Hey. Oh, God. Whoa! Woo! Oh! Face first. Oh, my God. Look at it flashing, man. This AIO is not long for this world. BetaFPV makes some nice stuff, but, man, it's... Woo! The flashing is getting bad. Oh, come on now. Don't just go rocketing into the ceiling for no reason. Oh my God. Oh, no, no, no. Yes, I got it out from under the railing. That's all that matters. Oh God, I can see the hair that I'm about to ingest into these motors. What the hell? Oh, there it goes. Yep, and I can hear the hair in the motors now. Oh my God, that throw! Is there a dog here? There is. What's he gonna do? Teddy, what are you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? Somebody had an NWO hat last night in the parking lot of the hotel. Oh God! Oh no! No! Oh, oh, that's a new one. Let's see if I can fly through it. I got a little bit on the bottom. I got a little bit of video on the bottom. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. But I'm tougher, goddammit. And that's the end of that battery anyway, so... I think, right? Oh, boy, that's a lot of hair. Hold on. I pulled a lot of hair into motor number 2. Holy shit. That is a solid hairball. Good grief. Brian Kirk says, do the 533 Omni sticks help at all when flying a lot of batteries? I don't know those thumbsticks, but if they look like they would, if they look like they wouldn't tear up your thumbs, then yes. I use thumbsticks that are fairly sharp and metal, just because I'd rather have thumbs that are in pain than have my finger slip off the damn thing. So, yeah. It's fine. I don't... It's not normal that I fly 50 batteries, 50 plus batteries a day. So yeah, it's no sweat. 533 has some interesting... Are those the ones that rotate? They've got these new thumbsticks that spin, which I got to try at Cinewhoop Opened. I don't know. They're different. I'm not going to say that they're better. But they're different. You might like them. You might not. Seemed all right. Here we go. Uh-oh. I thought the ESC might have died. Man, look at that direction change. Hold on. Ready? Look at it just dig in. When I get on the throttle, look at it just dig. See that? Come on. Whoa. Yeah, wow. These dig. Look at it change direction with these. Oh my God. Oh, so close. I think I can kind of feel them not wanting to Like, it's hard to do that giant power loop with these props. And that would make sense when I go 0 throttle to have this thing... Yeah, look how shallow it's coming up. Yeah, man. There we go. I can still get it. But it is noticeably more difficult to do the giant power loop with these because when I go 0 throttle, there's a lot more blade that's slowing the thing down while it's hurtling through the air. Wow, this AIO is on its way out. Oh my god. Nope, nope, nope. Don't try to go randomly through those 4 gates, you dum-dum. Wow. Oh boy. The flashing is really something else. So when you see that happen, when you see me like have to disarm and rearm, that's the other super annoying problem with these BetaFPV AIOs. I don't know what it is, but like a lot of times when you come out of turtle mode, the motors just don't spin up. And then, like, at least one motor spins up, but they certainly all don't spin up. And then you have to disarm and rearm. It's just, I don't know, man. Their stuff is just kind of all over the place. Like, it's just not, solid. Like, the Happy Model stuff, it just works. You can arm it, you can disarm it. It doesn't act weird. It doesn't flash. It doesn't go full rainbow. It just kind of works. So yeah, it's the Air 65 is a hell of a bind and fly, but these are the problems associated with the new BetaFPV products, and they're not the end of the world. They're just kind of annoying, and Happy Model is an option that is not so annoying. Last battery on the quad blades. Yeah, they fly like quad blades. They're very grippy. When you're 0 throttle, they don't just carry all the way across the room. They slow down a little bit quicker. I'm really surprised that the runtime is as good as it is. I almost Stevie Wondered it. But I mean, they are going to get slightly less runtime just by the fact that there's more blade. Something's going on. This thing is like wiggling around. Look at it. Man, look at him change direction, though. Good God. I wonder if any racers are going to use these. That's really what these are for. Oh! Fuck! This doesn't look... Oh, shit. This is going in the sink. Please don't die. I can't believe that didn't go in the sink. See, there it was. That's the BetaFPV board acting really weird. It just like wouldn't take off. And then all of a sudden it would. Oh man, this is getting stuck in Little Boo's hair. Ah! Ah! This rig also has a really hard time turtle moding, which is super strange. I don't get it. That's really weird, man. I don't know. Oh God, it's gonna kill me! How did it make it over there? That's unrecoverable. That's okay. The battery's dead. Yeah. There you go. Some more quad blading. You need to have a set of these props. like seriously, next order you do, all of you, next order you do, snag a set of these props. They're super interesting. It's gonna give you a really cool experience of a super grippy. I wanted to compare these to the bi-blades tonight. Damn it. Whoop Wednesday, we will compare these to the bi-blades, and you will be able to see a difference. You will be able to see the lack of float, the lack of slidiness in these props when we do that comparison. But yeah, you should own a set of these props. You're probably not going to run them unless you're doing like racing stuff or you have a very specific kind of situation. But you owe it to yourself to snag a set of these and just feel the difference that a quad blade makes. Do yourself a favor. If you don't have a set of the HQ Ultralight bi-blades, get them too. Get a set of the bi-blades and the quad blades, and then when you back-to-back those, it should be very obvious. This is a good propeller. This is a really good propeller. HQ did an awesome job with these, and but quad blades are, not many people run quad blades. Because triblades are like a better mix. Triblades are a better combination of slipperiness with grip. Quad blades tend to be a little bit too grippy and not give you that off-throttle performance that you're probably looking for if you're a freestyle donkey. But these are very cool, and you should own a set of these for absolute sure. Over on CiottiFPV.com, I have a whole bunch of affiliate links. So if you're going to buy a set of these, you might as well use one of my affiliate links before you check out. Amazon, GetFPV, Pyrodrone, Race Day Quads, Newbie Drone, WeBleed FPV. I know that WeBleed has them in stock. BetaFPV, FPV Cycle, Hazingi, Oh My God, Brain 3D, HD0, Fly, Wii, Max, Banggood, Camera Butter. Change your bookmarks to these affiliate links and you don't have to remember to use them. If you don't use bookmarks and when you go to Amazon, you just type AMA into your URL bar, you can remove your current suggestions. And so do that. Type, do like one per live stream. Every live stream of mine that you watch, go down the list and go to GetFPV and type GET. It's probably going to say like getfpv.com as your first suggestion. Remove that suggestion and then just hit my GetFPV affiliate link a couple times in a row. What's happening here? What are you doing that for, Bitly? Does it do that for you guys? What the shit? That doesn't even need to be a Bitly link. What the fuck? What? I gotta check that out. That ain't right. Pyrodrone doesn't really have an affiliate program, but if you hit my, I don't even think you have to place an order to do this. If you hit my Pyrodrone affiliate link here, and then you set up an account, like go into my account or whatever, I get a little bonus. I get some Pyrodrone points. That's how that kind of works. But yeah, man, change your auto suggestions to these. All you got to do is click these affiliate links a couple times in a row, and that's gonna tell your browser, yo, when I type RACE for Race Day Quads in. Oh, here's a perfect example. So when I type race in, the first suggestion is just regular old racedayquads.com. I'm going to remove that suggestion, and it's not going to work. What's that about? What? Remove suggestion. And then let's hit Race Day Quads. Race Day Quads. Let's see if this works. Let's see if it does it 3 times. If it does it from 3 times. And now if there you go. And so now when I type race for Race Day Quads, it goes to, it suggests my actual affiliate link. So now I don't have to remember to hit my own affiliate link anymore. If that's the way that is the way that I browse the internet. I don't use bookmarks. I can just type race, boom, it immediately goes to the affiliate link, and we're good to go. Affiliate links expire with your browser's cookies, which is usually around like a week or 2. and when you check out, it wipes the affiliate link out as well. So yeah, if you want to make sure that you're using affiliate links every single time you do an order, and you might as well, there's the two best ways to do it. So you don't have to think about it. You don't have to go to CiottiFPV try to remember to go to CiottiFPV every single time before you're going to check out. Cool? Do it, yo. Do the things. Thanks for hanging, friends. CiottiFPV.com. Click some buttons. Levster says, making coffee while watching the gangmaster fly like a goat. Why? What are you making coffee this late at night for? Aren't you going to die? Thanks, friends. I'll see you on Whoop Wednesday. Bye-bye. Oh, hey, by the way, this weekend I'm going to be in Tulsa at Tulsa Tough cycling race. So I don't think there will be a stream on Friday. There's definitely not going to be a stream on Sunday. I think I'll be home for the Monday night stream, though. So definitely no stream Sunday, maybe no stream Friday. Monday night I should be back, though. But I'll see you guys on Whoop Wednesday. Here's a little bit more action from the wedding. Love you guys. Bye. Suck it, Trebek. Oh, that would have been perfect. I could have clicked the button. See ya.